Thank you for joining me today. I'll be showing you how to do nutrient tests for basic sugars and for starches. So here I have two sets. Each set has water, it has some glucose, which is a simple monosaccharide, which is a single ring, and we have starch, which is a complex polysaccharide that is made up of many thousands of glucoses. So to test for these substances, we have iodine, which we're going to use to test for starch, and we have Benedict's solution, which is this blue solution which we use to test for simple sugars, the glucose. So for our iodine test, it's pretty simple. We're going to take the iodine, and we're going to add a couple drops to our samples. And for accuracy, we're going to go ahead and mix those. Kind of just give it a shake. As T Swift says, shake it off. So you'll see, this is a positive reaction. It's nice dark purple, so very easy to find. So that's a positive reaction for starch. And the glucose, you can see, essentially the iodine has been diluted by the solution, so that is not a positive result. So there is no starch here. And again, as a control group, just showing you that naturally in water, iodine stays nice and clear. So that's a positive result for the complex polysaccharide of starch. Now for the test for the simple sugar, the monosaccharide, it's a little more complicated. We're going to go ahead and take our Benedict solution and add a dropper full to each of these. And before we move to the boiling water, you'll notice that each of these is a nice little blue color. So as we do this, we're going to go ahead and take these and set them in the boiling water for 3 minutes. After the time has passed, you take your samples out of the boiling water. Be careful as not to burn yourself. So you can see, in my first test tube here, I have my control group, which is water. It's still the same color as the original Benedict solution. Here's my glucose. We have a fairly strong positive, and if you paid attention to the video, as it moves through colors, it gradually gets yellow. So the yellow mixed with the blue kind of becomes green, then it's a faint yellow, and then an orange, and if you have really strong, it then turns red. And that kind of gives you a qualitative idea of how much simple sugars are in the solution. And again, this last one here is starch, which we saw positive in the starch result, and you can see again, it does not change color. So my starch is then determined by the iodine, a very easy test to tell what is positive. And then the glucose is then nice and easy on a Benedict's test because it changes colors to cloudy yellow, to cloudy orange, and so on. One thing to watch out for with these colors is if you use a sample that is already a color, when you mix them together, you're gonna take that into account. So if you go through and mix the blue with an already something that's kind of yellow, it's going to inherently turn a little bit green. It's not because of it's a positive, it's because those inherently are your colors. But what you want to do is look for the cloudiness and see if that color then changes after it's been boiling for 3 minutes. So again, I'd like to thank you for joining me, and hopefully this helps you through your lab. Have a good day.